there are two things people need to remember from Islam when it comes to dealing with non-Muslims in general, not only the Jewish people. This is a general verse in the Quran in chapter 60, verse 8, where God Almighty stated that God does not forbid you from being kind to those who do not fight you for your religion and do not drive you out of your homes. Be just, be kind to them. So this is chapter 60, verse 8, where there is a general rule when it comes to dealing with non-Muslims. Those who do not fight you, do not drive you out, do not brutalize you, do not kill you, do not persecute you, you are to be kind to them. This is a general rule stipulated within the Quran. Also, when it comes to the Jewish people in particular, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he had a treaty with the Jewish people of Medina, one of the clauses in the treaty, actually the conclusion of the treaty, states that the Muslims are to extend a sympathetic treatment towards the Jewish people. Okay, this is clearly stipulated in the Treaty of Medina, which was documented, or which was basically put down.
We still have this treaty, don't we? It's extant.
Absolutely.
We can, people can. I've read this. I know Wikipedia is a dodgy source sometimes, but I have read an article on Wikipedia on the Treaty of Medina, or the Constitution of Medina, as it's called, also, and people can read this for themselves, and many other extraordinarily modern, in a way, protections for religious freedom and the rights of people who are not Muslims in this nascent state in Medina. It's quite extraordinary, I think.
You see, one confusion can arise, Paul, from reading the Quran. A lot of people see a lot of criticism of the House of Israel in the Quran and some of the practices. So what they do is they jump straight to a wrong conclusion, claiming that the Quran is essentially or intrinsically anti-Semitic, which is not the case. The Quran criticizes Christian beliefs. Quran criticizes Jewish beliefs. Quran criticizes pagan beliefs. So the Quran is a book that was revealed to reveal the truth. And when truth is revealed, of course, falsehood in the eyes of God, as we the Muslims believe, has to be highlighted. So as far as the Muslims are concerned, the Jewish religion, the Christian religion, and other ideas that have been criticized in the Quran are simply false. You know, they are not true ways to God. And that's very, very, very categorically stated in the Quran. Now, that does not mean that you start to persecute the Christians and the Jews and other non-Muslims, because for that, rules have been stipulated again within the Quran, making it very clear that you cannot compel them to accept Islam. You are to treat them kindly, even though they are different, they believe in different things. You are to treat them as the people of the book, in particular the Jewish and the Christian people. They are given the title Ahlul Kitab, the people of the book. In fact, you can even marry from the people of the book, right? How can you marry someone you are to hate? This is, I mean, a lot of people erroneously ask me this question: Can we be friends with the Jews and the Christians? And I ask them, can you marry an enemy? Can you get married to your enemy? Is that possible? Would you marry your enemy? And they say no. So how can you have a wife in your house who is a Jew or a Christian and not have a relationship with her? Okay, not be friendly towards her, not even, you know, okay. Absolutely. So this is something people, you know, these are the nuances people overlook very often when they're talking about Islam and Judaism and Christianity and, you know, exchanging of ideas between these three Abrahamic faiths.